Hi everybody, welcome back to 100% Mag. So we're going to be looking at the Newcastle home kit for the 1920 season and my reactions to that home kit, and of course we're going to be talking about the changes at academy level with who's been moved out and who's been moved in. So without further ado, let's get straight into talking about the Newcastle home kit for the 1920 season. So this kit, you know, it's supposed to be a replica to the 1969 kit, you know, to mark the 50th anniversary of winning the Intercities Fairs Cup on the 11th of June 1969. Of course, with a 6-2 aggregate win over Budapest in a two-legged final for Joe Hoarthy's triumphant side. And, you know, other than the collar on this kit, to be honest, there's nothing really similar. As you'll be able to see up on the screen now, you know, you'll be able to see the Newcastle kit from 1969 on the right of your screen, and the Newcastle kit of this season on the left of your screen. And as you can see, you know, other than the collar, there is no real resemblance to the kit. This kit this season has two white lines in a complete black torso, black arms. You know, absolute no resemblance whatsoever to the 1969 kit. This kit features a monochrome badge right in the middle of the chest, and then, you know, the kit will feature the black shorts as always, you know, with the traditional black and white turnover socks, as worn by Joe Harvey's triumphant side. They also make a return back in the Newcastle kit. But, you know, other than that, to be honest, it really doesn't look like the kit from 1969. If you want the kit from 1969, you know, you're better off going to somebody like Score Draw or something like that, you know, get the retro one. Be much cheaper, as well as this one's being retailed at £95 for the player replica one and £65 for the standard edition one. But the home kit is going to be available on pre-sale right now, as it's been available since the 19th of this month, and it will be available in stores and for delivery on Monday the 1st of July. So other than that, you know, to be honest, it really doesn't resemble the 1969 kit whatsoever. You know, this one, it just looks like the kit from the 11-12 season with black sleeves instead of white sleeves. But let us know your thoughts about that down in the comments below, of course. But it's a little bit of disappointment that Puma have made such a poor attempt at trying to replicate the kit from 1969. Now, on to the academy changes. Neil Redfern will take up the lead role of the under-23s coach, replacing Ben Dawson, who had a very successful time, I've got to say, this season with the under-23 lads. You know, he got them almost promoted into the Premier League Division 1. He was in Premier League Division 2 playoffs, you know, and were just lost out, unfortunately, and were almost into the Premier League Division 1. And then we almost won the Premier League Cup as well. So it's a little bit of a strange appointment, seeing Ben Dawson being chucked to the side, you know, for bringing Neil Redfern. Now, Neil Redfern, he does have a lot of experience with academy football, with him helping Leeds United bring through quite a few of their big players. And of course, he's made 700 Football League appearances as well himself in his playing career, and he's also managed both Leeds and Rotherham United in the Championship as well. Now, Ben Dawson hasn't been completely kicked to the side, you know, he hasn't left the club completely. He has become the academy's head of coaching. Now, he's going to predominantly be looking after the professional development phase from the under-17 to under-23 levels. So he's going to be looking at the players coming from the under-17s up to the under-23 level, and to help him in that, you know, in the under-16 level right the way up to the under-23 level is going to be Martin Atkinson. Now, Mark Atkinson joins the club as the assistant head of coaching, moving from his head of coaching role at the Mackems, with gotten a ex-Mackham coach in to the club. Don't know what I think about that, to be honest. It's not really great, to be honest, but we'll have to see what he can do for the academy level. He'll be looking to work with the coaching staff and players to going up into the under 16 level. And then, of course, we've got former Sholami Obi coming in. He is now going to be the new loan coordinator. So when the players go out on loan, he's going to be the person to make sure that the clubs are playing them, the players are getting looked after right, the players are getting enough sleep, they're doing the things that they need to do, and helping their development, because the reason that he's had to come in and do this sort of job is that people like Chanson went out of Blackpool just last season, and he didn't even have any games, he barely had any games at all, and it's just completely destroys the kids' confidence, going forward. And it's good to see that they're actually bringing in an ex-Newcastle striker as well to be able to do this role, as he can then take his wealth of experience in playing and at coaching level, because he's been under Bobby Robson, he's learned the ropes from people like that, and he can take that experience and educate the lads in how to make that next step to get into the first team of football. Then, of course, we'll move on to the next guy, and it's a former Newcastle midfielder. Now, any Gateshead fans that may be watching the channel, will know this guy, Ian Bogie. He did help Gateshead back in 2008, get from the Blue Square North to the Blue Square Premier. And he's got a wealth of experience with coaching and managing, and he is now going to be promoted from his part-time role position at under 14s coach to the full-time role of the under 16s lead coach. So he's going to be helping the under 16 lads along with Mark Atkinson. And then, of course, there's departures from the academy as well, with lead goalkeeping coach Steve Harper, next Newcastle goalkeeper, leaving the academy. He's got a son in the academy, so there might be a little bit of a conflict in interest in that aspect, so that's maybe why he's leaving, or he's maybe being offered a role somewhere else to hone his skills a bit more, but a guy like Steve Harper, he doesn't really need to hone his skills. He's one of the best goalkeepers to come out of Newcastle's academy. He's an absolute sensational player, and he's really had a wealth of experience in his career, an amazing career as well. So it's a little bit sad to see somebody like that leaving the club. And then, of course, under 18s head coach Dave Watson, he's been with the club for a long time now. He's also left the club. So, hopefully they can go on to some better things. But other than that, that was all I've got to say in this video today. Just let us know your thoughts on this new 1920 home kit. Let us know your thoughts on the academy appointments as well. To be honest, there's some good appointments there. There's some pretty strong headed coaches, managers. It's looking good, and Rafa Benitez wanted that. He wanted some big people coming into the academy, trying to up the academy, get the young players coming through the ranks. We want more players like Sean Longstaff. He's proven that the academy can work. And Matty Longstaff as well, he's doing absolutely sensational. Sean Longstaff's brother down in the academy. It's absolutely amazing what we've got in the academy right now at the moment, and hopefully that can help improve Newcastle's future as we move forward as well. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below about everything said in this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button as well. Until next time, I'll see you all later. Away the lads.